Hello everyone, welcome to a second royal reading here at MadWorldTarot on this momentous day, Harry and Meghan's 7th wedding anniversary. We look to see how they both feel right now, a snapshot on this 7th wedding anniversary. I'm now going to take the Apprentice Tarot for a little journey forward. 12 months. We're going to do a month by month look to see how their next year is going to go, because it was quite strange energy in the previous reading. It looked to me like Meghan wanted out but felt very stuck. It looked to me like Harry is kind of desperately clinging on to his marriage because that's what he's got, and that's where he's stuck. Well, not stuck, that's just where he is right now. That's of course right now energy. Now we're going to ask the tarot to give us a bit of a glimpse into the future. 12 months, one card for each month. Sorry about the DIY noise coming from the neighbor's roof. It's amazing how I just have to record on the camera and everybody brings out their angle grinders and their drills and their leaf blowers and their weed eaters and so on and so on, hoping the sound dies down soon enough. I have to remind you, it's tarot. As I warm the cards up, there we go. Queen of Wands has showed up herself. There she is. And we shuffle her back in. And let's remind you, it's... Ooh, okay. We're all out now. Fine. Okay. In we go. I think we are ready to go. And we are going to take the cards as they are now. And we are going to remind you, it's just tarot. It's for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It's all speculation. And of course, I just read energy here, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. Now, I'm going to have to try and remember which card is what month. We are starting in June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January of 2026, February, March, April, May. Let us see. We'll do some scooching. Oh dear, we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse as our underlying energy. That's Harry. Harry, as I said, previous reading, seems more invested in the marriage at the moment than she is. It of course goes, it changes on any given day. The energy seems to change. Very draining being in that kind of a relationship where they kind of... they're not equal in energy and in commitment, in my opinion. Of course, all my opinion. Harry's energy, King of Pentacles in reverse. That's our man. Well, not our man. That's him. Very successful, very husband energy when he's upright as well. It says here too, money-driven, excessive work, financial corruption. I'm not accusing him of any of that. Poor asset handling. I think it's just the husband energy that's really speaking to me here with that King of Pentacles in reverse. That's Harry, who's supposed to be the dominant one in the relationship traditionally, according to tarot. The one that earns the money, the one that provides the roof over the head and the stability and the security, and the one that basically is the provider. I think that's what I'm trying to say. He's not the provider, she is, currently, as far as I can tell. And so he's in reverse, not doing a very good job of that role, shall we just say. That's what the tarot is giving me as the underlying energy of this 12-month spread. I will say it's my opinion again and just energy. So let's get to it. Next month, June, how they're doing. They've been through their 7-year marriage. We've got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is very sentimental. They might have a little moment of even like a second honeymoon or something like that. They might do that kind of thing to try and rekindle the romance, go down memory lane. We might hear about it. Vow renewal even. I'm getting that sort of sickening energy out of the Six of Cups. Anyone who has to go and have a vow renewal, these kinds of situations. Yeah. We might even hear some nonsense about another child and how, they'd love to have another child or adopt someone or something like that. It's giving me that kind of a vibe. So, the honeymoon phase. She did tell us they were in the honeymoon phase. Here it is, Six of Cups, in my opinion. How about July of this year? July, we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. We're back to trouble. Basically, that someone who's been feeling quite stuck, Hanged Man, upright energy, who's feeling like they're being sacrificed, they're being martyred, they're being hands tied, prevented from doing whatever they need to do, might suddenly feel that they're a little bit more free than they were before. So we might see out and about on own again. Harry in particular might suddenly find his feet again and find his freedom again, and off he goes wandering. It's new perspective, it's new own agency, it's things like that. Tired of being martyred and sort of treated as sort of a pathetic creature. For me, that's how it reads. The card, of course, keywords have got different meanings, but take what works for you. So June, July, August, where are we now? We're in August. Four of Cups, bored, indifferent, taking things for granted, falling into a rut. Not good. So we're going to have a little moment in the next few weeks, I would say. I think she's probably going to work very hard, but then it's all going to come unstuck again with the Hanged Man in reverse and the Four of Cups, bored, jaded. Maybe Harry not getting enough attention. She might be busy with the next round of Netflix, the next giant flop, basically, and he's like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm bored and not so happy. So that's not good. June, July, August, September, his birthday month. Where are we? Page of Swords in reverse again. Not great. It's a criticism. It's a chatter and gossip card for me, especially on social media. We might hear rumors about things being a bit wrong. It's about research and being inquisitive and curious and all of that sort of stuff. The Page of Swords, but in the reverse, gossip, chatter, stuff online. There might be rumors, quite nasty rumors about them as a couple that show up online. There always are, of course, but I think they've silenced them in the near term. Neighbour has just sent an apology around to all of us for the noise. I wish I could share that apology with you, but sadly can't. But anyway, Neighbour has apologised for the unholy racket that he's making on his roof. So anyway, Page of Swords in reverse, though, I think that they kind of, something might come up in their world, some form of criticism, something negative, something quite damaging that they have to deal with online. Or, it could be another article about how much of a bully she is, or what a wuss he is, or whatever, that sort of thing that comes out that they've got to squash, basically, with that Page of Swords. August, September, October. I think we're in October here. Ooh. That's interesting. There's a bit of an escape here, potentially in October. This happened this time last year, October. The devil is bondage, as it says, materialism, unhealthy attachment. So obviously when it's in reverse, and now the dog started to bark on the other side. What happens when you're in this kind of situation is that you might separate for a little while. They might actually, I'm almost getting one of them who does a bit of rehab or therapy or something like that, take some time out for a bit of a detox, possibly even a detox from each other, possibly a little bit of a separation there. This is all terrible. And this is terrible, the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's the only happy card so far, the Six of Cups. And it's very near future. I think lots of love bombing going on. Because you can't have your 7th wedding anniversary and then announce the divorce or the separation, can you? Or Harry has moved to Botswana to become a game ranger or something like that. No, you can't do that. Doesn't look good. PR is all that matters, apparently. Instagram is all that matters, apparently. My opinion. But something's going on there where there looks like there could be a split or a stint detoxing from something. My opinion again. That's October. November. No, which is the cruelest month? I can't remember. Is it November? No cause for celebration. You see, 3 of Cups in reverse. It gets worse in November. A bit miserable. Not drinking, not partying, not hanging out with your mates. Disconnected. Lost contact. There's something negative that's going to hit them. We've got the boredom, we've got the tired of being the victim, we've got gossip and chatter, we've got possible separation / detox, rehab, we've got disconnection, we've got falling out with friends or being very isolated, maybe knocking on more doors in London to find friends. And then we've got December, Christmas. We've got 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is an interesting card because it's a very much the on your own card, but struggling with being on your own. It looks as if our dear darlings, our 2 little lovebirds, might actually separate or spend a considerable amount of time apart in the second half of the year, just like they did last year. They had to reel it all back in, of course, because Madame launched herself on the unsuspecting public at the start of this year forcefully, and the has-been had to be part of it with all that he was doing, filming her, and she was on Instagram and Netflix and everything. But here we're getting a distinct sign of separation, Devil in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Being on your own, it's the independent single card, the 9 of Pentacles, but struggling with it. Struggling financially, struggling to find time, things to fill your time, your days. It's financial independence upright. It's longing to fill a void. Also living beyond means, maybe financial trouble a bit there. It's not really coming through as financial trouble. It's coming through more as being on their own, one of them at least struggling. Sorry, the camera's now tipping over to add to my woes. One of them struggling with the way their life has gone, not really able to manage on their own. I'm not getting very clear indications of who that might be. That for me is Harry over there in the 4 of Cups and Harry in Hanged Man in reverse. The gossip and the splitsville isn't necessarily him, it's them as a couple. Let's go to January 2026. Oh dear, 10 of Cups in reverse. That's just crazy. Family problems, dysfunction, upset, lacking emotional connection or support. That's split. That is absolutely a split. Split might even be announced over Christmas or at the start of next year. That whole row is split. Rumor, boredom, rumor, split. Okay. Bad 6 months coming up. Second half of 2025. That's January, February 2026. What are we seeing? Burden, someone very alone, 10 of Wands, someone reaching the end of their rope, basically really under pressure, not coping, finding it very difficult to deal possibly with the media, with PR, with comment and chatter and stuff like that, but just terribly burdened. Coming through is Harry's energy, that he is the one that might be the public face of this disaster and be the one that's seen to be really struggling if this all goes south like it looks like it's going to. January, February, March. How are we going? Ooh, goodness me, the Hierophant in reverse is divorce. Upright, it's your marriage contract, your vows, your commitment, and all of that stuff. And, in the eyes of God and people in the church gathered together, all that stuff. It's in reverse. This is breaking a vow, breaking a commitment. Absolutely. Never mind their keywords. February. I didn't expect this, have to say. Based on the previous reading, I thought that they would just plow on. Like the man on the roof is plowing on in the dark now. But no, this is horrific. January, February, March, April. Oh, the ruin card, the 10 of Swords. Deep wounds heal slowly. This is just ruin upon ruin upon ruin. This is the ruin that Harry was worried about in the previous reading, when I just took the temperature of their marriage, snapshot of their marriage right now. And he's worried about public humiliation and ruin. He's getting it in spades here with the 10 of Swords in reverse. This is extra for me. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Oh dear Lord, this is horrendous. It really is. We've got 3 10s. And they're the finished done 10s. 10 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Wands upright, 10 of Swords. It is in reverse, but to me that just means it's a catastrophe. And this to me is a catastrophe for Harry. I don't think the divorce is a catastrophe for her. I think it's liberation for her. Okay, take us a year out, May 2026. And there is the card that I was talking about in the previous reading. It's showed up now. It ties the two readings together completely. It's the card of ruin, difficult recovery, can't hide from the public, can't sneak away, can't take a break. He can't do any of these things. He's going to be, I'm getting like an object of almost public, not ridicule, but pity, broken. This is so bad. I'm shook. I'm stunned at how bad this is, and it's consistent. It starts with this little bit of love bombing there, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Exactly what he's fearing in the previous reading is what hits him in the next 12 months, according to the tarot. All my opinion, just tarot, just reading energy, could turn on a dime. We know how these two roll. But this is, I think, the worst reading I've ever had for them as a couple. Haven't done one of these 12-month things in a long, long time. This is shocking. And it just reads from one card to the next as getting worse and worse and worse. Separated, can't be on his own, maybe end of the year we hear about it, divorce early next year, Harry ruined, Harry broken. I'm not getting her even showing up really in any of this energy. I think she's the one who maybe breaks it, and he's the one who's the public face of the misery and the disaster and the ruin. That's how it's reading for me. As I say, anything could happen, but this is what has appeared on the tarot table today on their 7th wedding anniversary. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the racket, and I will see you again tomorrow, hopefully quieter.